Digital.
Good evening, world. Good evening, everybody. And welcome to this live podcast with me, Jimmy, on the hot seat on Friends Digital. Well, today is a Monday night. Time reads about 10:30 plus, and it's up close and personal time with everybody. And up close and personal, I do share live stories. I share stories which have happened with me on radio. I share stories which have changed people's lives, and these are all true stories. Today, on this beautiful Monday night, we have a small little quote on Up Close and Personal saying, "Our fingerprints don't fade from the lives we touch." Isn't this amazing? Our fingerprints don't fade from the lives we touch. We never know how many lives we touch and when we touch lives in our world and how we change lives or how we touch lives. It could be anything we do which makes a difference. If you do the wrong things, our fingerprints are going to be with them and they'll always remember what you did that harmed them. If you do the right thing, if you help them out, they'll never forget you for the good you've done. So remember, our fingerprints don't fade from the lives we touch and we make a difference because all we do, changes a lot of people as we move ahead. And a warm welcome once again to all of you all. And it's such a beautiful Monday. And as usual, it's Up Close and Personal with me, Jimmy. Remember, Up Close and Personal is on Friends Digital live video podcast every Monday, 10:30 p.m. And tonight, I'm going to be sharing a story with you. A story which was narrated to me by someone who made so much of a difference to a lot of people. He touched a lot of lives. And this goes way back. And I still remember this story literally moved my heart. It was one of those nights I got a call from someone who told me, he didn't give his name. He told me, "Jimmy, I have a PhD degree, but, I'm feeling really down because I'm not getting any job. And I don't want to sit idle. I want to go ahead and do something." So I said, have the faith, believe in yourself. It may take time, but you will eventually do something which you'll change your life or change other people's lives. And guess what he did? Because he did not and could not get a job, he started pulling a rickshaw. A PhD student in English started pulling a rickshaw because he did not get a job. And over the days, he earned his bit of money by pulling a rickshaw. And what he did, it was truly amazing. During the day he would pull a rickshaw, and in the night in his para, he would teach the poor children under the street light. Yes, he had no reason to do this because his life was already tough. But since he was so well educated, he wanted to do something with that. So during the day, he would pull a rickshaw, and during the night, in the evening time, late evening, he would teach these children under the street light. Years went back, years went on, and years went ahead, in fact. And over a period of time, he actually touched a lot of lives. Today, he's got a small school in that para, all built up from his own hard-earned money, which he earned by pulling a rickshaw. And today, the students which have studied under him, yes, the students which studied under him under the street light, poor people, they have excelled. They have got jobs in multinational companies thanks to his go-getting attitude of teaching the children, and he taught them, and he's still teaching them. But today, he has moved up from pulling a rickshaw to starting his own small education center where literally he teaches the kids free. And all his students, most of them are doing well in lives. He touched their lives by just doing what he did best, was teaching them what he knew best, and he made a difference. And that difference today is coming back to him in tons. Those students who passed out, eventually he got them to do their ISCs, he got them to do their college, he helped them out to get higher education, and he made a difference in their lives. He touched their lives, and his fingerprints will never be moved out. Those students have come back to him. They're helping him. They're supporting him. They're ensuring that he opens out various branches to educate the children. Just remember, a gentleman who had a PhD degree who did not get a job, pulled rickshaw during the day and taught the children late evening during the night. He touched so many lives, and today he is stepping forward. More education centers for the poor children, making sure that they get proper education. And trust me, most of them have been so successful. You can make a difference in a small way or a large way. You can put your fingerprints, on people's lives, and you can touch their lives to make a difference. It could be a small thing which would actually turn up huge for them. It could be a small thing which would make a difference in their lives. It could be as small as just a smile every day that gets the person to become more jovial, smile, more affectionate, spreading a lot of love. And remember, it's us who can make that difference. It's us who can bring about the change. We sit down, we expect things to get done. We sit down, we expect things to move right. That's not the way. It's us who can get things done. It's us who can make things move right. It's us who can make that difference. It's you who can do it. You can get a support, you can get help, you can get guidance, but ultimately you will make a difference. And that difference is like a fingerprint, and they never fade when you touch people's lives. There's so much to talk about on Up Close and Personal. So every Monday, I'm going to be with you all at 10:30 sharp on this live video podcast, talking about a true story which made a lot of difference to people. Brought about a lot of happiness. And Deep says, you really think an exception can be an example? There are a lot of people who are doing the same but perhaps not getting the same recognition, isn't it? Well, it is not about recognition. It's not about becoming famous. It's about doing what he's doing. He never wanted recognition. He just shared his story. He didn't even want to go on air, and I told him to go on air. He was doing something, he did it on his own. He was highly educated, but he was pulling a rickshaw during the day. And it's not about recognition. It's about touching lives, which he did. And this is a story not about recognition, not about doing something to become famous. This is a story about making a difference and touching people's lives and of course, bringing about a lot of change. Well, it's nearing the end of Up Close and Personal tonight. And you can always join me every Monday at 10:30 p.m. sharp here on Up Close and Personal on Friends Digital. Tomorrow at 12 noon, you can join Arijit on Friends Kitchen, where he takes you on a tour of some really amazing place. And in the night at 9:30, yes, you can join Srijan on Warm Up with Srijan. Yes, Deep, you're more than welcome to give a call on my show, because the gentleman who shared his story and shared his personal story did it on my Friday night show. It's always there to share and speak your heart out, and together we can make a difference. Well, that's it today on Up Close and Personal on Friends Digital. Do take care, stay safe, and remember, if we can, in a small way or a big way, make a difference in people's life, because you can do it, no one else. You make a difference and everybody makes a difference. Coming together, we can create an ocean of a difference. Till then, good night, take care, God bless, keep smiling, and keep spreading the good